Hey gang, it's your GM Drakeen here again with another tutorial on basically using D&D Beyond with Roll20 along with Beyond20. We're going to be looking at the monster stat block today, so we'll go. Typically, if you're pulling up monsters maybe from sources you have on D&D Beyond, they look like this. Say you need some Grung Elite Warriors like we just saw. Um, Now this stat block obviously doesn't have the buttons for Beyond 20 on it, so you want to go down here to the View Details page, and it'll bring up a stat block like this. Um, so a few things about this. There's no picture of the monster, which I don't know why that is, but it is, and you'll see these red, these are buttons added by Beyond 20. You can also click here to do your attacks. If there's an attack with a dagger, it'll show up in, you know, it'll show up in Roll20. So you can do that, or you can just click on dagger itself. And this time it rolled twice because I've instructed it to roll twice. So the way you would change that, obviously, is go into the Beyond 20 button here at the top of the page, and you can just put in here your preferences for rolling. I always put never whisper. I think it defaults to always whisper, so your players won't see that if you have always whisper on. Also, you have some other features down here, you have some other options down here. This is the same thing from the previous page. Most of these you really don't need to change. The only thing that really makes a difference, um, you know, these are all other optional things you really don't need to change. So I'm not going to really get into details about this, but I'll just show you the difference of how, um, you know, uh, the difference between always rolling twice and a normal roll. Okay, so if you have normal roll on, which I just selected, it'll only roll once, and then it'll show you the damage here. Now, if you turn off the feature I have for auto roll and crit, it will give you a button. Okay, so it'll roll, and then it'll have this button here, and then you can click to roll damage. Personally, for me, I want everything to roll, and I want all the damage to show up. And I want everything to roll twice. So those are my preferences, just for my games, just for expediency. So I'm going to change it to always roll twice, and then more options, auto roll, crit, damage, and crit. So now it should roll twice and just show me the damage, which it did. So that's pretty much, those are the main features you want to use for the stat block for Roll20. Maybe you're not satisfied with this Elite Warrior here, there's no photo. You look down here, you see, hey, wait a minute, there's different colors of Grung as well. Like the kind I showed you on the battlefield, and each has its different type of poison. So maybe you want to create, your own Grung. You want to say, hey, look, I want to create my own Grung, maybe different color Grung, whatever, so that they look like this on the battlefield. Each one does its own type of poison, whatever. And, I want to go that route. Cool, that's fine. So you look at this, and you realize, oh, wait a minute, this attack or this fight happens at night. This Grung doesn't have any dark vision, so how do they see? All right, so maybe they carry torches, right? So you're going to add the illumination feature or trait, which some monsters have, so they can see. You want to bold this. That's how Beyond 20 recognizes the feature, and then scroll down and hit save. And once it saves, you click on this button here, and it'll show you the stat and with the new trait illumination. Beautiful, right? You can even show it in Beyond 20. Okay. Hey, my grung have torches. uh, so you're looking at this stat sheet, say, oh, wait a minute, it's a long range fight, and they're using a bow. They can't carry a torch and a bow, so maybe they use darts. Okay, so you want to add another attack option. Okay, so you go into the edit again, go under actions, just hit a couple returns here. I'm turning off bold and italics and just paste in their new attack. They're carrying darts. All right, and scroll down, hit save, and now you should see your new attack in the Actions tab. You'll click here, show your new grung, and boom, you see dart. It's got it. Beyond20 does all this for you, calculates all this for you. You can just hit dart, and then it'll show up in Beyond20. It's pretty powerful, right? Maybe one of these guys. Now, Beyond20 is great for creating stuff for like melee and like fighter types. But if you have a spellcaster, you might want to create a character sheet for the spellcaster. So say one of these guys is, the purple one's a spellcaster. D&D Beyond is much easier to use for, like, their character sheets are much easier to use for spellcasters because it does all this stuff for you. If you were to do all this as a stat block in, in D&D Beyond, it's just a pain. You can just select the spells. It's just much easier to go in here, and then the attack options can populate here. You can just hit display an attack here on all these spells. They give you the option to display this as an action or whatever, as an attack. Also, you can add custom attacks here in D&D Beyond. You can add the feature, okay, so the grung all have their different types of poison. You can add that down here by just hitting edit, pasting all that text that we saw in here, and it's there, and display an attack, right? You can also just paste attacks in here, and they'll come up with buttons from Beyond20. Like, you don't even need to go into these windows here. You can just literally paste maybe their dart attack or whatever their attack is. And then these, if you want to show this, hey, these grung have all these different types of poisons, and they'll show up in Roll20. So that's another way. So maybe even from there, you just said, hey, when you get hit by these poison darts, you gain the poison condition unless you make a saving throw, like here, DC 12 con save. Okay, so you're going to give your players the poison condition. You can even have a monster stack block that just shows the poison condition, like I created here. And I just did this so I can show my players, okay, sometimes I forget which condition does what, and it shows up here in Roll20. You can show your players, well, okay, so the battlefield is a bog. And you can put the characteristics of the bog and then show that in Beyond20. And both of these you can also save on tabs up here in Chrome. So you can just scroll down to conditions and just put all, whatever condition it is. Different terrain features, different weather conditions, different light, whatever you need to bring in. So now, hopefully, your grung will be able to see, as long as you enable vision here, and boom, that's your grung with a torch. Maybe you're not even satisfied with that. Maybe the grung have some pets. Maybe they have giant fire beetles, which travel with them and hunt with them, and maybe they're pets or whatever, and they give off light, and you just put a whole bunch of giant fire beetles to light up your battlefield here at night. So maybe they carry torches and have fire beetles. So there's a lot of things you can do with Beyond 20 and in D&D Beyond, in Roll20. Yeah, and so that's some of the features that you know you can use with D&D Beyond, Beyond 20, and have them show up in Roll20, and then organizing them in Chrome. I hope that helps, and I hope to see you guys at the gaming table. Take care.